In my quest for that low budget goodness, I decided to go down that Tubi rabbit hole. I recently came across this movie called Bitch Ass, which is a horror movie. And I mean, just look at this cover. I mean, the tagline says, "Who's the bitch ass now?" So I had to check this one out. Now I started watching it and I was ready to roast it, but it's actually not that bad.
We start out with Tony Todd, rest in peace. He does his intro talking about other hood stories, and he tells us about a story that we might not know.
But I'm willing to bet that you never heard of this particular story before. This is the tale of the first black serial killer to ever don a mask. His name is Bitch Ass.
We jump to 1999, and there's this cool little Rubik's Cube style presentation they're doing. This woman's running from this guy. He's trying to rob her. And this is where we see our first victim in Bitch Ass for the first time. Although we don't see much as far as the killing or anything like that, dude is actually pretty casual about getting slapped around. Quentin is going through gang initiations, and their last thing they have to do, there's this lady that died and she left some valuables in the house. Their job is to break in and steal whatever they can.
They wait till midnight to break in. Once inside, we get this flashback and we get some background on young Cecil.
Cecil is playing a game that he invented with his grandmother, and it looks like they're having a good time. Everything seems cool until she sees he broke one of her rules. He used something as a game piece that was his grandfather's that he wasn't allowed to touch, and he is immediately punished.
Pain is penance, and penance is a gift to God.
No! No!
Damn, that's pretty messed up. But it does get worse. This shows you he wasn't crazy, and enduring this abuse from his grandmother played a huge role in turning him into this killer. But that's not all. But more on that later. Oh, and you guys know I gotta show you that first kill, which, by the way, is the weakest one, and I didn't really understand how it worked.
First, I like how they set up the games with these character cards. So the game is Operation with, a real body. Okay, that's cool. But dude gets shocked for touching the sides. And I'm like, the sides of what? I mean, he poked at it with what looked like intestines and got shocked right away. Then Bitch Ass does the same thing, get the same part, and he doesn't get shocked. And if you look at the final round, what exactly did he touch to cause him to get shocked? I mean, this game ain't looking real fair. Anyway, this is how this one ends. And then they do an update on the player cards.
There seemed to be a consistent theme with these games so far. Now, it's Connect 4, and they used all the pieces, which normally means it's a tie, but now he wants to use his hands to finish.
So they keep playing using just their hands, and eventually Bitch Ass does make Connect 4, but I'm looking at the board and there's no piece underneath where he put his hand. So if they had pieces, then that piece would have just dropped down to the bottom and there wouldn't have been a Connect 4, right? But yeah, I know I'm overanalyzing this way too much. Anyway, this kill is way better than the first one.
Fast forward, we get the rest of the story on Cecil, and we see a little bit more of who he was and what that final straw was that turned him into the killer known as Bitch Ass.
Hey, Bitch Ass!
We flash back to 1980, and Cecil is on the bus getting bullied and being called that name, so I guess that's where it's stuck. Now, he befriends this girl. It's clear he really doesn't have any kind of social skills or interaction skills at all. The problem is she is the girlfriend of this guy that's in a gang and one of these bullies. They have a brief confrontation where Cecil actually gets the better of him.
Grandma says thou shalt not steal. What? Give it back! Oh, what's this? Oh, shit!
The bully does get his revenge, asking his girlfriend to help get Cecil alone just to scare him, promising not to hurt him, which, she should have known was a lie. So beating him down wasn't enough. Then they went and took it way too far.
Please, do it.
So now it makes perfect sense with his background. I mean, a grandmother that abused him, getting bullied constantly and viciously, and the one person he called a friend did him dirty. Made me feel sorry for him and happy everybody else is getting that work.
Turns out Quentin's mother knows this gang leader from back in the day, and they go looking for her son. Spoiler free, but it's pretty obvious how they're all connected at this point. Now, once they arrive, we get this new set of playing cards and more games to the death. But I don't want to spoil the ending for you. There's a final twist, so I'm actually going to stop right here.
Bitch ass does get revenge for the most part, but I wish one person in particular got what they had coming to them. Things do end with an opening to make another one. Yes, this movie does fall victim to a lot of the low budget things. The story twists are pretty obvious, but I judge these types of movies on the execution of the vision. And I think they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. Has a tragic backstory, creative in the way he used games to kill. Overall, this is a pretty effective origin story for a black serial killer, which we really don't get too often. I would say check this one out if you're into the genre. So what did you guys think? Did they actually make a sequel to this? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.